Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third the nerd, Sunny, and the other two other hosts of mine on this show is Frank.
Oh, so close.
What?
So close. He hit the bump at the end. He kind of.
Oh,
He like, bah!
I think I was making gestures and he probably got distracted.
I wanted to know what the hell you were doing.
I was shooting guns and doing
Oh, you were
opening of the gates.
I thought that was butterflies. I saw butterflies. If you guys are listening to us, go watch the video. I thought I saw butterflies.
Oh, you saw peace is what you saw. You got like a filter of peace through your eyes.
Peace is what we need in the world.
It is.
But hopefully we could be
An
a
oasis.
relief, an escape. No political agenda here. No political agenda here, but we do want equality throughout the whole world. But let's get into some stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Shh. There's so much
I'll go
news. Go first.
I'll go first. There are rumors out there that Henry Cavil might be coming back as Superman. What the hell did I tell you guys? I told you that this has the potential to, like, resuscitate this DC extended universe.
I thought he never left though. That's what
he never left, but he never did anything. I mean, look at Shazam.
It's been
Shazam,
3 years, right?
That wasn't even him.
No,
it wasn't even
there was
him.
some guy in a suit. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
They showed his chest. I couldn't even show his face. I was like, that's just so cheesy. I mean, why even add him in there?
So I'm telling you guys, if this is a success, this Zack Snyder Justice League has a lot more writing on it than people think. It is not a one-off.
And I think I heard in a related story, it's going to be more than $30 million they're going to spend.
Oh boy!
So
I read that he is going to be pushing for reshoot. So we'll see if he actually gets it.
Serious.
How could you though? It's really hard.
Yeah.
You can try. Why not, man? If you can get
it's
it.
Be different.
That's just first of all.
Did you see the picture of Darkseid?
Yeah. I wasn't.
It didn't look right. What the heck is with that?
Well, I mean,
they gotta clean it up.
I did see it on a small screen, like embedded in something, so I didn't get a good look. But it didn't really look that great.
Well, also his.
I'm not trying to crap on it before it comes out.
His thing is not done. His version's not done, so that's probably a really rough shot.
So that's probably like a CGI rough shot or something.
Yeah, because he first showed that picture black and white before, and now it's just coming back out in color. So
because he looks like he has dreadlocks and his shoulders look weird. He's not purple.
What? What are you looking at?
He doesn't look like Darkseid.
You have it in front of you?
Yeah, screenrant.com. Snyder
share
cut.
it now.
Yes, master.
I want to see what you're looking at.
Let me get right on that. It's the same one that's everywhere on the internet.
And dreadlocks.
It's here on the chat.
Well,
wait till I'm on the chat. We can't show it to everybody that's watching. They probably want to see it.
So listening either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if they're listening.
There's a link we will either put up or we'll just tell you now where to find it if you want to look at it.
What are you talking about? There is no dreadlocks there.
What is it? He does not look right. He does not look right.
Be quiet. What am I sharing?
Are you telling me he looks right?
Can I even share?
Have you seen this, honey?
Can you guys see what I'm seeing?
Not yet.
Does that look like Darkseid? If somebody said, "What is this?" would you say that's Darkseid?
Open a new tab.
That looks like a rejected bad guy from Gears of War.
Yeah.
Dude, that is...
What's with his face? It's not his face. He's not the right color. He's not even the right size.
What do you mean the right size, dude?
Dude, he's like a block. He's like a concrete block, that guy. He doesn't even look like that.
Don't be that person, dude.
I'm not trying to be, but that doesn't look like him.
Coming from the guy who for years said he doesn't have a chin, he can't be a hero.
That's not how you spell it, sir. It's E first.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So you can't tell me I don't know what he looks like, because I even know how to spell it.
Is it Darkseid or Darkseid?
Side.
Are you sure?
Yep. I'm sure.
I heard say it's Seed, like
But
Darkseid.
dude, if you watch the damn cartoon, they say Darkseid. They don't say Darkseid.
Yeah, but they also on the animated with
I've heard plenty of people say
Raz,
side.
but it's technically
People in the
pronounced
comic
Rich.
industry, and they all say side.
Are
massive.
you gonna compare this to Ra's al Ghul?
I mean, I know it's not finished, so I know Snyder's not going to make me stupid.
This does not. Can you see my pointer or no?
Yeah.
Okay. This does not look like hair.
It reminds me of the
looks
Predator.
more-
His head.
That more looks like this. It's just
Well, shittier version.
Ow.
it's a helmet. It's almost, man, where can I find
We
it?
need a better picture because that's
It,
not.
it almost looks like, you know how
We need
this
a
is
better-
closer to the head? This almost looks like it's connected to it. Like he can't turn his head, which I don't know. And this is also a younger version of him. Remember, in this scene that we saw Steppenwolf,
It doesn't matter.
he's fighting
No.
everybody. Hold on. He's fighting. What do you mean? What?
Wait,
That's
what?
just, he's a younger version. It's. I mean, it
You
shouldn't
can't
matter.
say that. He's like thousands of years old.
Yeah, it's like he's only 100 years
Yeah.
less than where he's supposed to be. Yeah, kind
This fight
Dude.
happened a long time ago.
I don't care what anyone says. This picture doesn't look good. The cut I'm excited for, but this picture is not right.
This picture doesn't even show you anything. It just shows
Then
you
why
a
show it?
glimpse.
Why show it?
To
If you're trying to
for
reignite
anything, to
things,
get it
this does
going.
not. All this
This was
reignites
the
is
first-
hatred. This
Frank,
doesn't
this is an
reignite
old
excitement.
picture. This is an old picture. This
Then
is an old
why
picture.
show
This
it?
showed it black and white
Why
before.
show it?
He's showing it to get excitement for Darkseid.
He's doing the opposite. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, he's not. No, he's
Dude,
not.
come on.
No,
Don't
he's
be
not.
blind, man. This is not a good picture.
No, I'm not being
Look,
blind.
I'm
We
excited for the
established
cut. I already
that
said that.
He is like one of like a nerd that doesn't care just as long as he gets it. He doesn't care about anything else except for getting it. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
true.
me right
like,
now. That's me right now because
Yeah,
this
I mean,
this
again,
might not
I-
lead to anything.
I
I'm
wanted
not
to.
catching
man.
him, but I'm just saying that's what he is. He's like,
See,
I'm a
but-
nerd. I want it. That's all.
The part where DC gets in trouble is making stupid decisions and like, oh, they won't care as long as we call them Darkseid. They won't care. Yes, we will care, dude. We will care. So don't show us these images because they're crap.
All right, let's move on.
It's low resolution. You can't even zoom on it.
I can't stop sharing my screen, by the way.
Yeah, so now I have to look at Darkseid the whole time.
Do you see Darkseid right now?
No.
No, we just see our faces stare back at us.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
Well, you
Well-
got further than me because I couldn't share my screen at all.
While Manny works on that, Frank, do you have any news article you want to jump into real quick while he fixes?
June 3rd, PlayStation 5 event.
Yes.
It's coming. We're finally going to see it. Probably not getting a price because Xbox hasn't said their price.
Are you
And
excited?
I actually say we get a price.
I am excited, but I actually kind of don't think I'm going to get it right away.
No.
I have a backlog of stuff, and there's, like you said, you were saying you have like 3-4 games this year, and they're really big and really good. And everything at the end of the life cycle of the previous generation is always going to be better than the stuff at the beginning of the new one.
Absolutely.
So you're paying a premium
Yeah.
just to play the same game. So it's just like less excited, man.
I hear you.
And they also said they released an article saying Sony said, "Oh, the pandemic's not going to impact our pricing." I'm like, okay,
that might be true, to be honest.
it's going to
I mean,
impact your sales if you don't want to adjust your pricing, but that's fine.
I mean, again, you give like a tech nerd, video game nerd like that. Oh, I have to have it. I have to have the first one first comes out.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't have to have it, man. I
You
just
know,
bought it.
But Manny, I remember on our chat you said you kind of missed the days where it was this time of year. It's like exciting, like when video games were exciting. Do you want to expand on that thought more?
Did I say that?
I
Yeah.
thought he said on Facebook he said something about he wants it to be like the 360 days, the glory days.
There you go,
Oh no! So I because in the trailer that they showed, it looks like that's a black controller. Am I right or wrong? on that?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. So it looks like it's a black controller. So if there's two versions, I would probably be going with the white one because kind of like a homage to my Xbox 360 days. That's what I meant.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, there was a leaked list of games too, and half of them were like ports, half of them were like version of games we're already getting, half of them were like stuff that's not even have a release date. So that's why I'm just like I'm excited, but I just I just don't think I need to spend $500 right out the gate.
So, one more question to add to both of you guys. Let's say they had a Hail Mary in their pocket. What would be the one thing that would make you buy this day one?
Batman game.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. I mean,
exclusive Batman game? What if it was also on PS4?
Oh, wait. Also on PS... You mean... Oh, yeah. I'm buying that one on PS5.
Okay.
I'll hold off and buy it on PS5.
How about you?
What game would it take for me to...
Or like, let's say the price or specific video game, or maybe there was a new aspect.
If they say $400, then I'll do it. But if they say anything more, no, I ain't doing it.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
It's a lot of it for price because I'm not going to pay $500 to play the same games remaster. I don't even have a 4K TV yet, so it's just really not worth it for me.
You have kids, so I give it about, I don't know, soon, because they're trying to throw stuff. So.
Yeah. You broke my $500 controller.
Oh my god.
That's not a boomerang.
That's not a boomerang.
Put it down now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty set that I'm not buying it first day or first month or first 4 months, maybe 6 months. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I never take advantage of those like cool consoles that come out after the fact. Like there was a cool PlayStation 4
Slims
Pro,
and stuff?
and not so much the Slims, but like there was a special edition PlayStation Pro that was blue and gold that looked awesome. And
there's some awesome ones. Spider-Man one came out, a Batman one came out, all the awesome stuff.
The Spider-Man one, both those are regular PlayStation 4s. They weren't pros. I forgot what pros came out before, but
did you get a Pro, Manny? You did, right? When you got a 4K, you went to Pro. And
I got my TV for Christmas, and then I really tried not to get a PlayStation Pro. And 2 days later, I bought it. I requested an increase in credit for my Best Buy card because I already owed something on it, and they gave it to me, and I bought it.
You're not playing around, man. Holy cow.
No. And I'm playing it more a little bit now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when I finally made the switch over to PlayStation 4, I bought the Destiny Special Edition, and that was all white, like a gold crest on it. It was
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Might as well. It was on sale. It was like 3 something, I think.
But it crapped out on you, didn't it?
I got it fixed. I was either gonna buy a new one or get it fixed, and I saw the price. It was just cheaper to get it fixed, so I kept the old shell.
I tried for like 48 hours to fix that thing. Man, I couldn't do it. I really tried.
It died again.
That was hard. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, remember when we brought back PlayStation 3 back to life?
Man, you had a Mortal Kombat disc you just bought stuck inside, and we're like, how are you going to get that? I just bought it, dude. I just had $60. What did it take us, like 6 hours? We drove to like 5 people's houses looking for like supplies and shit.
Oh, no, we didn't go to all that. We went to someone's house. You called
these 3 people, and we were like sitting in people's alleys looking for glue guns and shit.
We were, and we needed thermal paste. This is when Radio
Nobody had it, dude. Best Buy didn't have it. It was like 9 o'clock at night. Everything was closed.
It's a very niche thing to buy.
Yeah.
So, fun time. We'll have the video there. We'll share it one time. We always share it around when Facebook says, "Remember this?"
Yeah.
Fun.
Remember that?
Anything else, guys?
Half the stuff they say to you, remember this? I'm like, I don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
One more, I guess. 2 more. HBO Max came out this week. I believe Wednesday. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Has anybody used it yet?
No.
Because you.
Hey, Miley, are you using HBO Max?
Hear nothing. Oh well.
She did find out there's old Godzilla movies on there.
Yes,
You just found that out. Which one would you say I should watch on there?
Neither, because you're.
Oh,
I hate it, dude. I hate the new one.
I would probably say Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha, okay. I love Mecha.
Yeah. So or if Space Godzilla's on there, let me see.
There's only like 5.
I would say Mecha.
There's only 5. 5 where?
There's only 5 on HBO Max. 5 or 6, I don't know. What's Gigan? I forgot that one. What is he again?
He is a separate thing.
Is he like a space creature? No.
Oh, what?
Is he a space creature or is he from Earth or what is he?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
You're the biggest fan, or do you don't know?
Because he's not a Godzilla thing, you fuck.
It says Godzilla versus Gigan.
Yeah, it was like a cross.
Yeah, okay. Cross, but
same with Megalon. That's the same thing.
His own franchise. Yeah, like
so I see the Mothra one. The twins are on the front cover.
Yep.
On HBO Max. And then there's Raids Again. Is Raids Again any good or nah?
It's
okay. That one's from
if there's only 5, I didn't see how many there were.
I mean,
Violet just told me, she sent me a picture. If the picture is just the 5 that are on there, then
Godzilla, Hedorah. I don't know what Hedorah is.
Anyways,
I know Ghidorah.
Mecha is.
All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going.
Okay. I was trying to talk about Max.
Oh,
Anybody like that or no?
Keep going about Max.
I think it's got some stuff that you can't find anywhere else, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, Sonny can't find it at all, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. They decided to make a deal or set it out before they had a deal in place with Fire Stick or Amazon Fire Stick and something else. So I don't have a way to watch it either way.
It's not on PS4. It's not on the PS4.
I don't use my PS4 for streaming anymore.
I know it's pain and slow. It's freaking. It stinks on the PS4.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, but I mean, I basically just for gaming now, and I think that's going to keep my PlayStation 4 alive longer. to be honest, because that thing was running 24 hours, a lot.
I watched like 2 things. I watched Armageddon, and I watched that movie's still really good.
That's good.
And I watched what's it called? Pandorum again.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it since theater, so it's been like 10 years.
What
It's still good. It's a little long,
nice.
But I like the concept. Good little sci-fi movie. You've never heard of it? Check it out.
I mean, it has an interesting backstory why no one knows about it, but
I like it. The backstory is great.
I mean, well, in the actual storyline is really fun, but the reason why no one knew about it was because I think it was a German distribution company or something like that. That okay, we'll give you all the money we have, make the movie, make it, and then they didn't realize they had to come up with money for marketing. So basically, they had to just shit it out somewhere and be like, "Hey guys, it's coming out today."
It came out in theaters. I remember seeing trailers and stuff on TV. Man, I don't know what they did, but
they got someone else involved, and
it's basically the 2009 version of Underwater, but in space.
No, that's absolutely wrong.
No, it's just like it.
No, it's not.
You don't know, man. I was talking like.
I love that movie. I generally think it's an underrated classic film.
It ain't classic, bro, but it's good.
Which movie?
You don't even remember shit you watched like 2 hours ago. So
which movie? Which movie?
2 years. It's gonna be a classic.
That is no classic.
Let me see.
Dude, I'm sorry.
This movie.
It is just not. It's good.
So Frank, going back to which one to watch.
Now.
Yeah, now.
Going back to which one to watch. I think. Did you watch the very first Godzilla movie?
No.
Like in 1950 something. 54.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. They have the American version on there. So Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's awesome. It's basically the same movie. It's just American. They put I forgot what American actor. Do you remember what American actor? Oh, Steve.
Oh, right. I remember hearing about that actually.
I think they put in Steve Martin, if that sounds familiar.
So it looks like they have the original and the Americanized.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And then if I memory serves me right, Godzilla Raids Again. That one's a very, very old classic one. That was in 1955.
Yeah,
That one's a good one because I believe that's the one that shows not Rodan. Damn it! What's the guy with the spike back, dude?
he looks like an armadillo thing.
Yeah,
he started off as an enemy and turned out to be his best friend later.
They always start out as a bad guy, but that one's a good one. And of course, Mechagodzilla, dude. So even though their selection is very small,
pretty good.
Some good.
Better than
they picked the cream of the crop. The only one that's here that I would say would be Godzilla versus Monster Zero, which you've seen that one before. But Mechagodzilla is good. Raid, and then watch King of the Monsters too, the American version. So
I think I'm gonna do Mecha first.
Yeah, Mecha's good, man.
Cool. All right. I think the service works well. Like, I remember Disney, the first day they had issues, but HBO's not having any issues. It could be because they've done this before with 3 other apps, but their service is running really well, and the features are all there that you would expect, like resuming and wish lists and stuff. Like, Disney kind of rolled that out slowly, and they didn't really have that at first.
How about, have you seen any series on there?
I just watched random episodes of like Samurai Jack. Nothing really serious. I want to keep going with Gemstones because I think that's a pretty funny show.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to you. I got to like the 5th episode, and I found myself laughing out loud legitimately a few times. So I'm gonna keep going.
Completely forgot about that. It's so good. But does it have the automatic play at the next episode? Like it counts down and
it does. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's got the features and it runs well, and it's got a ton of content, so it's not bad.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. I know Violet turned it on for the first time, I think, today, and she was kind of surprised how much was on there. Apparently, she was not that impressed because she didn't play anything, but she was impressed about how much DC stuff is on there. Like they got the new Joker. And other stuff too. So I think it's gonna be good, man. HBO was always good. I always liked HBO, and I think this just makes it a little bit cleaner to look for stuff than
the interface
HBO
is nice.
and all that.
Yeah, it's all nice.
What else, guys? What else?
I have 2 more, but I don't want to dominate, so somebody else go ahead.
Sonny?
So after the big announcement of Zack Snyder's cut of the film, we had David Ayer come out and go, "Hey, release my cut of Suicide Squad." Well, now Star Wars fans are demanding Disney release the extended Revenge of the Sith cut, which is reportedly over 4 hours long.
And that's a Lucas cut or what?
Yeah, it's like the full just give us what we want. And
4-hour cut.
The
original movie's what, 2.5 hours?
I can't. I
get longer than that.
I can look it up, but I imagine it wouldn't be any longer than that.
It's 2 hours 20, so 2 more hours.
Yeah, that's a lot to sit through. I mean, this is going to be news for a while.
They're demanding it. They're not going to get what they want.
Fans going, release this cut. Now you have to release this cut. It's going to be annoying for next few months.
I can't believe how many Blade Runner cuts there are. There's like 4 cuts.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of those. So, I mean, we'll see what comes next from it. We'll see which next.
I would be okay with it.
Okay, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Clone Wars filled so much for me that I don't really need that. So
Clone Wars filled up the back and the supporting characters of it.
Even Anakin was fleshed out, man.
I think I don't know if Qui-Gon shows up again and we show a little bit more of him. Maybe if we see a little more Darth Vader at the end, things like that, I'll be okay with. Do we need it? No, but I'll take it. But I'm also on the Star Wars kick right now.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting to say.
That's funny.
We'll see what comes up with it, because now that Lucas doesn't, sold off everything to Disney, maybe they'll go, yeah, sure, why not? Just pay us a little, pay us a couple extra bucks on your subscription, you guys could have it. Who knows?
It just seems like they're going out of their way not to pay him for anything, so they don't want to even use his characters or his storylines.
Yeah, they're like, we gave you enough. Get out of here, loser.
No, he's still part of Mandalorian. Jon Favreau invited him in on set a couple times. He's picked his brain.
Yeah.
They're like, well, here you have Lucas. It's like, well, I want him here. Okay, sure, I guess. But like I said, we'll see if this has any legs to it. I am expecting more tweets of release my cut, put this cut out. So it's going to be next.
I will argue the fact that Lucas is still kind of involved in this way. Dave Filoni is super involved in everything, and Dave Filoni, from everything I read, is basically the prodigy of Lucas, and Lucas trusts him with everything.
Yeah.
So
his knowledge is out of this world.
Correct. So, and I'm pretty sure Filoni and Lucas are always together when they talk about Star Wars stuff. So even though it seems like Lucas isn't in it, I'm pretty sure he's still in it some way, somehow.
Sure.
That.
I mean, that's always interesting to think of because, in theory, the guy should kind of carry that same ideals that you had, but at a certain point, they're going to want to step out of that shadow and leave their own mark and not go, well, I was just, or, like come in, oh, you're just Lucas 2.0. Eventually, they're going to want to do their own thing. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how that goes. The side stuff of Star Wars has been pretty fantastic. The main stuff, terrible to okay at best. So we'll see where the whole thing leads. But just out of curiosity, is there any film you guys wanted like an extended cut of, or something that you're like, wow, there has to be some like a better version of this out somewhere?
Maybe, but the only thing, there's a black and white cut of Mad Max that I want to watch, Fury Road, but I haven't watched it. I know it. I don't think it adds any scenes. It just turns it black and white.
Yeah, like The Mist. There's a black and white, a special edition version that was supposed to give it a like 1950s feel to it, like with all the monsters and all that kind of stuff. I've heard people say that just changing the aesthetics from color to black and white actually helps it. Like again, it's already a good movie with a fantastic ending to it.
Yeah. So I could see because they're stuck in the store so much that it could maybe help. I just curious about those because I've never watched any cuts like that, but it would be interesting.
So I mean, Manny was shaking his head and he didn't have anything. But if you had just had a shoot on top of your head or something, maybe you thought, or maybe you heard rumors like, oh, there's this cut of this movie out, and I'm really interested. Anything comes to mind?
Zack Snyder, Justice League.
I've been talking about that one for a long time.
That's really it. I mean,
give this man his cut.
Yeah, like, I mean, no, not really, and not even the Star Wars one.
I don't see movies like that. Like, I don't think of them like that. I just kind of either love them or write them off. But I don't really like, because I feel like it's never going to happen, even if I want it. So I don't really think about it. And you had any cuts that you would like?
No, I mean, again, nothing comes to mind, but I did appreciate the Blade Runner films, especially I think the director's final cut, because I've seen multiple ones of like the special edition, the whatever, and there is a difference the way certain scenes are played out, and just the way things come in the story or the stuff they add to it. It is really interesting. If I sat down and thought about it, I could probably come up with like a couple films that like I kind of want more of, or something that I felt wasn't done well enough, or maybe they were rushed, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the studio got involved too much, because like I think I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, Ghost Rider 2, the guys who directed Crank, apparently the studio had a lot of heavy hand in that film. And I think if they let them go, like just what they do best is going batshit crazy, I think that would have been maybe not a great comic book Marvel movie, but I think it would have been a really awesome B film with Nick Cage as Ghost Rider. And I think with their style of directing, I think it would have been amazing. Like, there was good stuff in it, but overall it was just it was out of place.
And they had Idris Elba and stuff, and
They
yeah,
wasted
I mean,
good names.
there was potential there, but yeah. I mean, are you saying that the studio kind of messed up their version of it?
I think so. Yeah. Again, like I haven't looked up on it in a while, so I might be off by a few things. But
Sure.
from what I vaguely remember, like it was saying, oh, the studio had a lot of hand in it. They weren't allowed to do things that they wanted to do because, again, like if you guys remember Crank 1 and 2, it's fucking weird, but like in a cool way. It's like this visual stimulating overload of just nuts, nonsense, and craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like part 2, there's a point where there's like they turn into like kaiju sized monsters in a power plant wearing like paper mache masks, and they fight. It's weird, but it works with the way that they film things and like their pacing. So
Yeah.
I would like to see that. Like if it's true that they didn't have a hand in it as much as they want to, or they were told they can't do things, I kind of want to see what they would if they just said, "Have fun, do what you do."
Yeah, because I mean their action directing is good, as if you've seen Crank and stuff. But yeah, that was a disappointment, and it had good directors behind it, so that would be an interesting cut.
Great
as a
names
wish list cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see, man.
I have a couple other articles. Manny, do you have anything you want to add before Frank and I can continue, or do you don't have anything?
No, keep going, guys.
Okay.
I'll just
let's see here. Borderlands the movie. The Borderlands games, which I think number 3 came out somewhere, I want to say in the past 5-6 months, maybe.
Yeah, it was like October-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. They've been trying to get that film off the ground for a couple of years now, but apparently they actually landed their first actual actor who signed on. Cate Blanchett has been signed to play a character, Lilith, the Siren, from I believe she was in the first game.
She's in all of them, I think.
Oh, is she? Okay. So yeah.
Who's directing that again?
Oh my God. Let me see.
I forgot. I was surprised at the name of the director.
Fill the space. Well, Eli Roth.
Yeah, Eli Roth. Which is a really weird combination, man. I mean,
he doesn't do anything for me, man. He's a better producer than he is director.
I agree.
Yeah, and I liked him in the movie, of course, Tarantino's movie.
Glorious Bastard.
Yeah, Glorious.
The Bad and Juden.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Eli Roth and Cate Blanchett have worked together before. Either he was a producer or director, but they worked on a movie called The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Never seen it. I've heard of it. Never saw it.
That's a hell of a story, or a hell of a title.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like her. I think she's a really great actress, and after what she did in Thor, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I won't say it's weird casting because when I think of Cate Blanchett, I don't think of like an old actress or anything like that. Like, oh, how is she gonna do this and that? Like, I just feel like okay, good. I think they sent her on to like give the movie some weight to it. Like, oh, hey, look, we actually have an actually top A-list actor being in this little potentially B action movie here.
She seems to be interested in like old timey stuff. She was in Lord of the Rings. She's in Thor Ragnarok. She's now in this, which is not old timey, but the type of character is kind of.
I think I know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, wasn't she in Queen Elizabeth or something? I don't know what. She played the character, I believe. I don't know in what movie, but
many have. But yeah,
played a lot of characters like that. But
I
wasn't that surprised by the casting, but I am surprised by the director, and I don't know.
I don't really care.
With games, it seems a little pointless sometimes because like it's never gonna be as good as the game. Like it's just not.
Here's the thing about.
Yeah, you can't do a Halo, you can't do a Gears, you can't do a Mass Effect movie.
Oh, hold on. Gears you can do because that's a pretty straightforward.
Could.
Mass Effect, no, you can't because the side characters like that. Borderlands is very interesting, especially coming from the first game, because it's basically just you looking for a vault, and you just kill people all along the way. So if you make it half decent,
Borderlands would be a better TV show.
Anything would, because it's not fleshed out enough. You're cramming like a 20-hour game into 2 hours.
It depends on who makes it, because they would have to give the time and budget for the action. And
did you see that Warthog that Peter Jackson made? That thing looked good. That thing looked real.
I mean, I think Halo could be an easy movie.
I don't know why they just suck at video game movies.
Well, I think the problem.
There's a handful of good ones. The rest is garbage.
And I mean, when we say good, they're good because everything else is terrible, but they're fun. I think the studios go about it two ways when it comes to making a video game based movie. One, they get someone who's so passionate about it, they make it too much like the video game, where I can just go play the game. Why should I waste the time on this shitty? And then they don't give enough budget and time.
It's like derivative. It's just like you didn't do anything.
Correct.
That I didn't already get. Yeah.
They get Uwe Ball to make a really shitty version of it, and it's not even worth watching. It's a straight to DVD film. They don't really care. They just had the license to make it. Well, we had to make it, or we're gonna lose it. That's it. I think again, like Halo, Borderlands are very interesting because Halo, if you condense it down, it's pretty a straightforward story. It's just a lot of more like set pieces and worlds and action scenes. Borderlands, again, there's more story when Handsome Jack comes along, but the first initial game is very straightforward. So you can there's so many possibilities to make a different story, but still keep it within that world. Again, Mass Effects, even to a point like Assassin's Creed, like unless you strictly stay in the past with Assassin's Creed, it's not going to work. It's just I don't think it's going to work for like a general audience, and then they try to stay too faithful, but they also mess it up at the same time. Because again, when you play video games, you're playing a movie for like 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours,
and you kind of fill in your own story like as you're playing. You kind of like the connection doesn't transfer to a 2-hour movie. I mean, it's like you can't build any love for the character in 2 hours.
Yeah,
you could.
That's why.
But
that's why I think that whole recipe of making everything into a movie is no longer good. TV shows are where it's at, man. TV shows are where it's at. And luckily, these actors are earning a decent amount to be in TV shows. Stuff like Apple TV, HBO, things like that. They're going to...
It is, but sometimes it's like, do I really want to invest 10 hours for this character? It's like, not really.
Yeah. Yes. Depending on what it is,
not
I will watch the Halo TV show.
Sure,
I will watch the Gears of War one.
Those are big names, though.
I wouldn't watch Borderlands. Maybe I'll watch Borderlands. Maybe.
You would
but
try.
Borderlands will not work as a movie, man, because there's so much. I only played Borderlands 3. I wasn't really impressed by it. But just knowing that there's 3 games out there and how long those games are and what the game was when I played Borderlands 3, it's not going to work as a movie, man. It's just too much in it.
If they did a Fury Road, basically would just slap a coat of paint of Borderlands, you could do it, man. I think you could do it, but it would. It depends what you're looking for. It depends if they pull it off properly.
Because again, with Borderlands, again, I don't think you have to even necessarily follow all that, like everything. Again, like as long as we have like the bad guys look a certain way, we have those over the top guns and action scenes, and like they bring in a bunch of like side characters, like comedians or something to like.
I would say Neil Blomkamp would be a good director for that. Like his style of action, his props, his aesthetic, I think fits that world, and he could make it kind of neon or whatever. But
I want him to make his Halo movie. Like that's what I want,
man. But I don't know why they don't trust him.
I think he's more suited to make that than he is Borderlands, personally.
Yeah, I mean, because he goes for story a little more, so I could see that.
And I mean, like he tends to lean more inside of like, I don't want to say like hard sci-fi, but like it's based off of something, you know, that is like in the Elysium of like the exosuits. They actually are working on those now.
Yeah,
rail guns are in theory something that they're working on. So It's quasi hard science, but the style of it looks more gritty and real, and I think that would work great with Halo.
Sure.
Borderlands. I mean, I think so. I think this is the case where they need a writer who knows comedy and a director who knows action to bring it together, and I think it worked really well.
Yeah.
Like
there's potential.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of potential in this. Like I don't necessarily have faith in Eli Roth, but if they can get a good cast together that work well, I won't say it's gonna be a smash hit, but I think it stands a chance of being, well, this is the right step in making a video game movie. So
it just seems like, why would he do this? Like, I thought he just cared about horror. Like, why would he do this? I don't know. But... So I don't really understand, but sure. I mean, we'll see what happens, but worst case, we ignore it, and maybe we get another chance at it in 10 years.
Yeah, I'm very curious. It doesn't have my attention fully yet, but I am very curious.
That's an interesting casting. I mean, that like you said, she gives weight to stuff. When you say she's going to be in it, they're like, oh, okay. So, you people kind of pay attention.
Well,
I'm going to shift gears on you. My last news item: Call of Duty.
Okay.
A lot of stuff going on with Call of Duty. We already talked about the new potential game. There was a leak, maybe not a leak, but more of a rumor that maybe the dam's going to blow up, and that's how the map will change. So we're all waiting for a map change. We're waiting for the new season, which is, I believe, in the next 4 days, on June 3rd. And that's where Captain Price is going to come in. So he's the original protagonist from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original. And he's also in the new campaign as well. So he's a fan favorite character. I believe you're going to get a skin as him with the new battle pass and stuff. But I got rank 100, I believe, last week. I was playing with Manny. Nice. I got it, and then we were like, okay, I really don't want to play anymore until next season.
It's a big grind.
And they also added duos. So finally, it took them, 9 months? 8 months to add duos.
Yeah,
you could do the don't fill option, but then you're at a disadvantage. You're playing 3 teams versus 2 people, so it's not always good. But let's hope they don't remove it or something. But duos is there.
They made a big deal of it, so hopefully it's there for a good time.
Next season.
Now I think they got solo, duos, trios, and quads.
And plunder as well, or something. And they love to rotate crap and like take away stuff that people want. So I really hope they don't rotate it out. But a lot of Call of Duty. We'll probably talk in another 3 weeks, see how the new season's going. But season 4 coming out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I want zombies like in those bunkers.
I'm waiting, dude.
Happen, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
And then, Sonny, you said you have one more?
Yes. So after the success, quote unquote, of the Invisible Man from Universal, they are making a Wolfman with Ryan Gosling.
Heard that actually a couple hours ago.
I saw that today, and I'm like, "What the hell is Wolfman?" Like, it totally passed my head.
Yeah.
Top of my head. Like, I didn't get it, and then I saw it again. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Right, do you think they're going to try to modernize it somehow, like they did with Invisible Man?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
So, is the Monster Universe dead? Like that Mummy Returns one?
Yes. So far, yes. I think they decided just to remake them, and that's it, and just see where it goes out. Maybe they have something down the line, but with the Mummy tanking hard and a lot of bad reviews on it, and people just shitting on it, they're like, never mind.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch.
I'm down. I'm down for this modern take. I like this modern take on it. I wasn't a big fan of Invisible Man.
Sure.
But
okay.
I'm okay with this modern take.
Try it, see what happens. I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
down. I'm more down for this than fucking Borderlands.
You really don't like that, huh? I'm okay.
Dude.
I mean, I want to see, man. It has potential. So.
Yeah, you can go see it.
Hopefully you can eat your words, but we'll see.
Like you did when First Class was coming out. X-Men First Class, and you go.
I definitely ate words.
So stupid.
They look stupid.
Stupid.
Can you agree that they look stupid though, at the beginning?
Yeah, no, because I understand. My brain could go past.
Nostalgia and like not my X-Men.
No, it can get to nostalgia and appreciate. I could appreciate what they were going for. So
He's a great director, that guy. I didn't know that at the time, but now I have faith in him. I ate my words, man, so hopefully I can throw it on you and tell you.
Hopefully. I'm not
Like-
watching Borderlands unless it looks awesome. I don't think it is. Nerdouts, guys. We haven't really focused on Nerdouts big time.
Let's do
I
it.
think we kind of glossed over them.
We have.
anyone
There's
wanna
been a
go
lot of
first
news.
on them?
Mine's quick. I'll just do mine. There's a new game on PlayStation Network called Trailmakers. I probably made you guys very aware of it by sharing a lot of pictures and videos. But I ended up getting it. It is kind of just like a Lego open world game where you can build anything you want. They give you engines and ramps and maps, and you could do racing, you could do combat, you could do tricks, you could fly. It's kind of just an open Lego game, kind of. And then people can make creations and put them on the store. Not really on the store, just like the library, and you can download for free anything that anybody makes. And you could customize anything that they make. So if you fly a plane that somebody made and you're like, this thing is slow, you could like slap jets on it and make it faster. But the physics are pretty fun on it. So if you put too many rockets, it could be too fast, or it could be unbalanced or too heavy. So there's a lot of that. And the graphics are kind of just fun. Like they're not realistic or anything, but it's more of a building exploration game like that. The kids kind of walked in and they were like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what are you playing? Like I was flying a plane high up in the air, and they're like, oh, I want to try. So it's kind of kid friendly. They can play, they can just mess around with the planes and submarines and stuff. There's little animals that walk around, or they fly around and they're underwater and stuff. So they got a kick out of that as well. So it's a fun little Lego style building game.
I haven't seen you
anybody cares
post
about
anything
that.
about it.
Try it.
I've seen you post about.
I put like a trailer on our chat, and I put maybe 2 or 3 images on Instagram. Tried to share it with you guys.
Yeah, I completely missed it.
But it was on PC. It was on PC, I believe, for the last 2 years. People have made like pod racers. They've made like planes with like a detachable glider. You could even add like logic. So you could say like, if I fly faster than this, I want this other thing to happen. Like you could fly a plane and then a submarine can break off of it and go dive in the water. Just any kind of crazy creations and stuff. But it takes a little bit of time and skill, of course, to build something cool. So I kind of just take people's stuff and I slap my own stuff onto it. But there's like these cool maps that they give you where you could take like a monster truck creation and you can go jump ramps, or you could just take a plane and go crash it. You could do whatever the heck you want. So it's a little sandbox type of game.
Yeah, because I remember you were posting pictures. You were really excited for this. Like, come on, man, how are you not excited for this? I'm like, it's cool.
Dude, because I love like the Lego building and stuff. There was also a game called Crossout on PlayStation. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic vehicle combat game where you can build your own cars and stuff, and you can add guns. So this is kind of that, but no Mad Max aspect to it. It's just more sandbox.
Where did you share this? Like,
I tried on Instagram, and then on our group chat I put the trailer, but I really don't remember. It must have been like almost 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
But time is flying by, so I really don't remember.
Sure.
But
all right.
Cool game, man. If you like building stuff, Lego sandbox, it's for you.
Cool. I think I'll go next. Yeah.
Go next.
So I finished Clone Wars. Finally. Did I?
I thought you finished it last week.
We talked about it.
I'm sorry. We talked about it. We talked
Rebels,
about it.
no?
I've started Rebels. I'm on season 2. It's nothing like Clone Wars. There was an episode in season 2 that kind of made me like cheer a little bit because some old characters come back, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Clone Wars mixes in with Rebels, but after finishing Clone Wars, and I started picking up the Jedi Knight game again. And
Oh, right.
is that what it's called? The Jedi or Star Wars?
Jedi Knight. No.
Jedi Knight.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. Yeah.
Fallen Order. There it is.
Yeah.
I started picking that one up again, and
Did you beat it? 'Cause I know you were pretty close at some
I
point.
did not beat it. I like the last time I was talking to you about it is the last time I played.
Okay. You're pretty close though.
Okay, cool. I love, and I appreciate how Clone Wars kind of ties everything, or it makes itself fit into the Star Wars ethos.
Mhm.
There's something in Fallen Order where it ties in with an episode of Clone Wars, and my mind blew, man.
Oh, that was cool, man.
Yeah, and you just appreciate it so much more, and it feels like a bigger universe now.
Yeah.
Just because of a show, dude. Just because of 7 seasons of a show, it made the prequels that much better. A cartoon, dude. It made the prequels that much better. It made this game that I'm playing. I'm glad I waited to play it because I wouldn't have felt the same way. And I even picked up Battlefront 2, which is now a free game on PSN. So I got to download that because I hate getting up and popping up a game and pop. But there's, I don't know if you guys knew this. Sonny, do you play Battlefront? Did you?
I did for a bit.
Okay. It's cool because there's a game mode in there. I don't know when they added in, but basically you're a stormtrooper on Endor, and it's all nighttime, and you have to survive Ewoks attacking you.
It's such cool. I want to try that.
All you have is your blaster, and the blaster has a light on it, and that's how you can spot an Ewok. And
it's hilarious, man.
If an Ewok kills you, you then become an Ewok, and you have to kill the rest of the stormtroopers. And then you, as a stormtrooper, have to last as long as you can, and then escape when the Imperial ship comes. So I had some fun with that. There's a button that you press where they have like a battle horn, the Ewoks, and if you press it, and then all of a sudden someone else presses it like all the way in the front.
Oh, that's funny.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Dude.
I still haven't tried that. I gotta try it.
Oh, it's so cool. So that put a smile on my face. I'm glad now it's free.
Sounds like you're loving Star Wars lately.
I am, dude. The problem was with Battlefront is that, like, I love playing the galactic starfighter fights.
Yes, I love that.
And it takes so long to load a game because, I mean, the game is almost, 4 years old, 3 years old now?
4, probably, yeah.
That no one's really playing anymore. You can't really blame them. But there are still enough people playing that the game will start up, which is awesome. Now with this being free, I mean, that's tying into like really ramping up the playtime.
It did that too, Titanfall, when it became free after like 3 years of release. Titanfall 2, it was free on PSN a while ago. It really gave like a shot in the arm to the community, so hopefully you can find matches faster on Battlefront also.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that again. I gotta download it. Actually, I should probably download it now while I'm talking. But yeah,
because I think that was the last update because they're no longer making updates. So I think that was like the last big thing before they said, well, we made it after 4 years. They actually made it what it should have been when it first came out. So here you go, enjoy. So which is good. I mean, from all the changes and stuff that they made, the game could, and being free now, it can definitely have a few more years on it now, easily.
It might. It's still a fun game. Yeah, there's some really cool characters that you can get when you build up points and stuff like that. So
I agree.
And there's some stuff from Clone Wars like that don't even have names in the show, but I mean, you can play as them when you play the game, and they're pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I was playing as a commander, pretending I'm Rex. Man, it's crazy how much I like Rex. Yeah, it's crazy how much I actually really, really like Rex.
Dude,
in that show.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Why is it just me, or why does the recent Black Series Rex have blonde hair? Like, he didn't have that in the show.
I think in the most recent one, he did have kind of like a blonde hair.
I just never thought he
And
had
it's a
blonde
shortcut.
hair. It's weird. When I saw that figure, I'm like, what the heck?
I think it was what was it last season or because I mean I know he has it.
He has blonde hair. Why didn't I realize that? It's so weird.
Yeah, it was like the last season. Oh,
To me,
and then the second game to be free is World War II. Are you guys Call of Duty World War II? Are you guys excited for that or not really?
I skipped that game entirely, man.
Are you gonna
I'll add
download
it
it?
to my library. No, I won't download, but I'll add it to my library, which means I could play it anytime I want.
I
Like,
downloaded
you
it.
kind of like claim it. You don't really have to download it because I can't fit it.
Is Call of Duty is Battlefront not out yet?
No, I think maybe another week or two or something. Yeah, but yeah, good PSN games for free. A lot of good Star Wars stuff to love, man. The update to Battlefront, Fallen Order, Clone Wars just came back. A lot of good stuff. Mandalorian season 2, probably what 4 months? 4 months away.
It is October.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not free yet.
Sunny, nerd out.
My nerd out. So a quick thing before I get into my nerd out. Again, nerd out won't take too long, but
Sure.
you guys told me update you on my journey of of God of War. So I just made it to the top of the mountain. I got past the dark breath. You guys remember all that?
Yeah.
Game's fun. Still fun. Story is really good. Kratos is a dick. Yeah,
Why are you harping on that? Like, tell me what he did?
Such a dick.
Yeah, he's a jerk, but I mean, it's part of like you'll see as you play. He grows as a character, and you'll
No,
appreciate it.
which I'm good, but man, I mean, they do really hammer home that. I guess he's like, I love my wife, and I had this child by accident, and I have to deal with it now. Oh well.
Did it seem like an accident? Because it didn't to me.
No,
Yeah,
like
I think it was an
no,
accident.
no, I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying
He's
that's
like burdened by him.
yeah, like
I
that's
think he's
that's
more
the way
trying
that
to,
the writing
because
comes
dude,
around.
like the way I grew up, like anytime I would help my dad with something, he would like be really annoyed at me, and I remember going to my mom crying, and now like I think it was better that way only because like it's just like stop being a little baby, like like that's kind of how he's treating him. But as the more you play it, you'll see
There's a
he
fine line
changes.
between
He's got a
like that
soft
and
heart.
like a lesson, and just going like, I hate you, boy. It's like, damn,
Yeah,
okay,
I hear you, man.
you
Yeah.
know. But no,
Um,
again, like I know that turns are gonna come, and it's gonna be very satisfying. But they're doing a really good job of making me
making
going
him
like, wow,
be a
yeah,
jerk. Yeah, he is
yeah,
a jerk though.
you're
He's a
just a
big grump.
jerk. Shit.
He
It's
is a
like,
jerk.
how dare you, boy, feelings? How dare you have feelings, boy? Don't
Yeah,
show.
all right.
Don't even.
It's like,
Don't even
oh,
think.
you don't want to kill a defenseless animal while it's crying in the woods. Oh, how dare you, you little pansy!
And it was funny. He was like, he got mad at the kid because the kid was like going through his grief, and he's like, well, I grieve in a different way, boy. You want to challenge me? You better sit down, boy. I'm like, Jesus, all right, relax. He's going through his own shit too. Relax.
Yeah,
You ain't.
no, he is a jerk. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
just
jerk. But
funny, though.
I am very, because again, there was a cutscene that we went through that's going to start setting things up for him to either deal with his emotions instead of just being like, emotions, what is that? I only have a penis, that's all I need. So I am really excited to see what's going to happen and how they get there.
Yeah.
Like I said,
okay, you're at the top of the mountain. Okay.
yeah,
He's
so,
just
All right,
started,
cool.
dude.
You're like a third of the way, probably, maybe a
Yeah.
fourth.
yeah, so once I started to upgrade my axe and learn new moves and everything like that,
Yeah.
combat's still difficult, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dying as often as I was when I first started playing. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I'm learning the system, but I'm being a little strategic with my movements and using new moves and making the boy actually like really good in combat. So yeah, it's fun.
He's pretty helpful.
Yeah, so it's fun. And again, I still don't understand why we need PlayStation 5 when this game is just like
It looks amazing. It's
yeah.
gorgeous, man.
What's again like that the Epic Game trailer was amazing, but
Sure.
Yeah, I don't
But
need
it's not
that.
even a real game. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
Like
what's
like I said,
possible. You know.
like graphics are cool and all, but if the game is boring as shit, what's the point?
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And if it's like I could play it on PS4 anyway, so why?
yeah. So just give me a good game. That's all I want. Just give me something
Well, we're glad you're playing it. You know, so
Yeah.
you keep letting us know how you're doing on that game.
Oh, I will.
Definitely a good one.
So my nerd out for this week is Supernatural season 14.
God damn! How many seasons
Jesus
are there?
fucking Christ!
So the reason why I pick the reason why
Use my French.
the reason why I started watching 14 now because I was holding off a little bit. Season 15 is on episode 13 right now for Supernatural, and this is their last season. So season 15 is their last season.
Wait, so they're on 14?
No, they're on 15 now.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, so I'm 2 episodes away of finishing season 14. So
Okay.
then once that last season comes on to Netflix, I'll just have one more show.
So
I've sat there. So when the
have
first
they
show
finished the show already? And it's just not on Netflix yet?
No, they're on episode 13 right now.
Oh, okay.
Of season 15. So they have they're maybe about halfway done because they usually get anywhere between 20 to 22 episodes.
Sure.
And they're not like half an hour episodes. They're like full hour. Like
yeah, they're long.
They're very long. But I still love this show immensely. Like I remember when it first initially came on television. I watched week to week.
I binged when I found out about it.
All 5 seasons.
Hell yeah.
On TV. And then I stopped watching 6 because I was like, this is great. It ended. I don't need to see more. And then I'm like, season 10 comes on to Netflix. I'm like,
when 5 ended, I was like, this is the end of this show for me. Like, I don't need another 10 seasons.
Yeah, but
I can't believe there's 10 more. Holy fuck.
I sat there.
That's insane.
I watched every episode, and I'm glad I did because I genuinely do love it.
So 15 seasons times 22 episodes, that's 330 episodes.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Times 50 minutes, that is 16,500 minutes of Supernatural.
That's an hour show?
Dude, it's an hour.
I mean, like without ads, like 45 minutes, but
legitimately watch season 1 through 5. You'll enjoy that. And then if you want to keep going, you can keep going. But to me, it ended at season 5 and I stopped.
Yeah,
I never watched that show.
Yeah,
I thought it was like kind of. I was like, man, I like this show. I was into it when I first saw it. Season 2, I think, was when I started watching it. Yeah. Like the Haunted House Clown episode. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Way back then. That was
cool.
the first episode I ever saw. I was on cable. And from there, I was like, okay, I'll watch it.
I mean, like the whole series of shows is really interesting to think about because, again, the first 5 were, this is where we're going to start, this is where we're going to end, this is the whole story wrapped up, and then CW comes to the creator. Hey, listen, we want to keep it going. He goes, I'll put my name on it, but I'm done. I'm gonna walk away. So you bring in a new director, a new writer, a new showrunner. You do whatever you got to do. My name could be on the project, but I'm done telling my part of the story. He said, okay, no problem.
That was the director, right? Kripke or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the executive producer.
But what's their names? Like Jensen Ackles, for example. He has voiced Batman and like the Red Hood animated, and Padalecki, he was in the Friday the 13th movie, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
But they mostly have made this a career, and they've even like started directing episodes. So I'm sure they have. I mean, they're basically have clout now to start directing or whatever they want to do. I mean, they kind of have open reign.
I mean, to a point, because I mean,
maybe even within CIW, they could, do stuff.
I can see if they go, hey, we're doing this new show. You want?
Sure.
But no, like this show again, like it definitely needs to end when season 15 because the 14.
Dude, it's too much.
There's still really great episodes. There's good storylines and everything, but it's the same.
Yeah. Cycle.
Of like, Sam, why do you keep doing this? Dude, Dark. I'm like, you had this conversation.
God damn it. Oh, it's my fault you're dead. Oh, I like cheeseburgers. It's like the same 5 things.
Like those beats just don't change. But
yeah.
I mean,
that's
like,
the
season 6. I'll tell you right now. I mean, you have to watch it, but it's the worst season. Season 6 is the worst season
yeah,
of the
man.
show.
That's what killed it for me because I started watching it. I was like, what the
It's so bad.
fudge? I'm like, I'm not watching this.
It's bad.
I was like, dude, I'm done. It ended for me in 5.
I was very close to giving up. I'm like, you know what? This was like this is like chapter 2. They're trying to figure out what they're gonna do. I'll stick with it. First half of season 7, not any better. But then it makes a big turn out of nowhere and actually gets really good at the end of season 7, and then it just keeps going of being really good. And like I said, there's a lot of standalone episodes. Like there was a cool episode where they go to high school and these kids are made a musical of Supernatural in the world.
Funny.
Yeah, in the world, their exploits were turned into a book.
That's
so
funny.
Hey, we're gonna do a version, but for some reason they make Sam and Dean gay in play. They're like, clearly the subtext of the story is like, no, we're just brothers who really love each other.
Brothers,
sure,
man.
okay.
Well, I like when Dean turns into like a scaredy cat in one of the episodes. Like
Yes.
that's funny. Have you ever seen Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe?
Yes.
I was like, this is like a glorified episode of Supernatural. Like I was like,
Yeah,
like that show. It's like it's able to pull off those one-offs like that, and it's like that's why I liked it in the beginning because I was like, oh, this is a werewolf episode. Okay, this is a killer clown episode. This is a demon episode. This is a Wendigo episode. That I was liking it for that reason. So
those facers. But
yeah, oh yeah, that was.
But like
humor.
I won't say it's on the same level as It's Always Sunny.
It's very funny though.
But in the vein of how they've been able to have certain episodes of It's Always Sunny. They have like this episode it's all in one take. It feels very much like Birdman style, and they change it up and they keep it fresh. Supernatural, while the stories are what they've always been. There's an evil bad guy. We gotta beat it. They have really great standalone episodes. A bunch of great gags that come back throughout the series, throughout the season, like that. So it feels, I won't say stale, but it feels old. I guess stale is better than old. It feels stale at some points, but then they turn around, they introduce a new character, a new bad guy, someone really fun and interesting, and they keep you on your toes. And yeah, like I said, like this is definitely not for everyone. This is very a niche show for a certain type of people, and I'm definitely one of those people.
Sure.
So when I sat down and watched, because I went back and watched season 1 through 8 continuously when it was on Netflix, and then every year that they put on a new season, then I would watch it on Netflix. So I'm heavily invested, and I'm kind of sad because the episode I just ended, I was like, damn, shit, it's clearly getting ready to end because my God.
I think I was buying those sets on DVD back in the day, man. I had like the first 6, and I lent them to Nicole when we first met, and she binged the absolute hell out of that show for like weeks. Like she burned through all 6 seasons in like 3 weeks. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn. She really enjoyed it at the beginning. So I was like saying, like, anybody new, just Netflix watch it. Like, it's just like a cheap, fun watch that you can just have a lot of fun with. Check it out. But it went on too long, dude. 15 fucking seasons. I mean, that's insane.
I'm not gonna lie, absolutely. but like I said, there are still great episodes within even within 12, 13, 14. There's still really great episodes. So it's it's hard to be like, it should have ended earlier, but I wouldn't have this episode. I wouldn't have this and this. I'm like, oh, so
like if I tried to get back right now, I don't even know what the hell I would do. It's just too far gone for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, it says season 15 coming June 5th, so you don't have to wait long.
I'm hoping because
I think I watched random stuff. I mean, I even went through the seasons and I was like, this one's about this creature, so I'll watch this one. Yeah. And I was able to do that at points as well. So, yeah.
I like you and this series. No, there's no way. Because first of all, you won't get past the first. You're like, no, I started to watch this other show, and
scatterbrain, dude. I can't.
I mean,
nothing.
there's no. Avatar. The episodes are shorter. There's only 3 seasons. And
I'm on like season episode 12 or something. Right now.
It's gonna take a long time to finish it. There's no way you're watching 15 seasons of a TV show.
Impossible.
Yeah. But if you are,
well, dude, thank you for taking me back to Supernatural because it's been a long time since I thought about that show. That was always like a young, like in my youth or whatever, if you want to call it that, early 20s. I used to like that show.
Well, because I'm 55 years old.
I feel like it, dude. I feel like I'm.
You just had to plug in the phone to the internet, and you couldn't make phone calls. Oh boy!
Shit, I remember that. You guys probably don't. I do.
I do. Of course I do. I had 1 hour and I had to get off.
Well, you had to do it like at 1 a.m. so nobody would need a phone call at that hour. Good nerd outs, guys, and a lot of news, man. There was a few weeks there. I think we had like the first 2 weeks we had a lot of news, and then for like 3 weeks we didn't have any news, and now we got a ton of news again. So hopefully more news coming, and it looks like places are opening in the real world. So
we'll see how we keep that up with.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
What that means, we'll have more stories to share one day.
But more news is coming, so it's good.
So, Manny, is there anything you'd like to say last minute or anything about what we just talked about? Well, I don't know if you're into Supernatural or not, but
I am not. That's why I kept quiet the whole time.
Is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
Checking out.
Any other side nerd out or something you forgot to mention earlier? Or are you pretty good with this episode?
No, I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. I think
we
covered almost everything.
I think so.
Cool. Then I guess if we have, instead of just filling more with nonsense and dead air, let's go ahead and call this. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it.
Cool. So, if you're interested in listening to the podcast form of this, you can search any podcasting app. You should be able to find us there. We're also on Spotify as well. Mm-hmm. If you want to see our faces because you prefer YouTube, you can type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday. Subscribe to our channel, and if you want to know when our episodes come out specifically, subscribe to or like and follow our Facebook page, 3 Nerds on a Sunday. We always will put up a post when it actually comes out and available to the public. Every Sunday. We don't have a set time, but Sunday for sure it will be out. And thank you guys for listening to another episode. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys.
Take it easy.